Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to how to level up super fast inside of Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. If you're someone that wants to level up that battle pass as quickly as possible, or if you're someone like me that's super lazy and wants to find the slowest way of ranking up and just getting that level 200 dead relaxed and easily, then this is the video for you. I'll be going over both methods as I do explain each challenges to get that tier 100, which is all the way at the end of the battle pass. You can see me scrolling through it here, and there it is, that tier 100 skin. And there obviously are bonus stats you can get with that as well, which you're going to unlock all the way up level 200. So once you get to that level 200, you'll get that bonus star. Now, how much XP do you need for level 200? Well, funnily enough, it's not changed at all on screen. It's the same stats. It's still 80,000 per level, all the way up to level 200, which is coming in at 16 million, or coming in at level 100, 8 million, depending on what your goal is. Either go for the 8 million or the 16 million. Anyway, let's get into it. Starting off with quests, then BR, then creative. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, and let's jump into quests. So, quests. Where do we go with this? We have Kickstarter. So, today is the first day of the season. Fortnite also gave us a supercharged bonus, which lasts roughly about 3 levels or so, and this is from the 10th of March to the 17th. So as long as you log in within the first week, you'll get this supercharge, which will give you roughly 3 levels. And also you've got all these quests here, which add up to 200,000. And these are a one-time quests. Once you've done them, you don't get them again every single week. These are just the kickstart to the season, and this is actually giving you exactly 2.5 levels. So you've already got roughly 5 levels just off the supercharge and the kickstart very easily. Supercharge just basically enhances XP from basic tasks in creative or BR. That's what it does. All right, this season quests. Now this is a little bit complicated compared to last season. This is much more complicated, and it took me a while to figure this out. So listen closely, guys, because you're going to get a little bit confused if you don't. So how does this work? Well, at the top, you've got the season bonus goals. These are something that stacks. It has different stages depending on which week it is. So currently we're on week 0, and there are 6 different weekly quests here. You got these 5, and then you've got the Syndicate, which have 7 stages to them. Starts to get a little bit weird, I know. So there's 6 different quests, which means that you can earn that 34,000 6 times, basically, which is really cool. So if you do that, that's going to give you 204,000, again, roughly 2.5 levels, just every single week off that. And that's not including the XP from these quests alone down here. So if we look at the Syndicate quests, they give you 105,000 for doing all 7 of them. If we look at the weekly, they give you 60,000. So again, just about 2 levels from that as well. So if you add all these together every single week, considering that the Syndicate quests aren't going to be weekly, I don't think, they're going to be storyline related, so it's going to be update day only. So these are going to be every 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a bit longer. It's going to be 5 updates this season. The season's 83 days long, roughly 12 weeks. So yeah, it's going to be a decent one. You're going to get a few of them. So if you average it out, you roughly get either 4.6 to 4 levels. So over 12 weeks, you're going to get about 50 levels from your weekly quests. Just weeklies if you're doing them. And apparently they don't expire from what I've seen. They might expire, they did last season, but they changed it, so I think these don't expire. So if you do all your weeklies, you're looking at 50 levels. Okay, so you've got about 5 levels from there, 5 levels from the weeklies throughout the entire season, and you're doing pretty well. You're already at level 55, and that's not including any of the games you've played. Now, trials. What on earth are trials? This is a weird one, and one that I don't really know what to say about, because these are coming out in 10 days. I'm assuming these will be out every single week, and from what I can tell is the trials are giving you 25,000 XP per trial, and if you times that by 5, because there's 5 different stages in the trial, that's 125,000. You do that times by 2, which is 250,000, again, roughly giving you about 3 levels and a bit every trial, which is going to be every week. And there's 12 weeks throughout the season, roughly. So you're looking at about 37 levels from your trials, which isn't too bad, you know, doing all your trials. Again, a bit tedious these, though. And I'll tell you, for those that want to be lazy, these are just something you'll do casually. I wouldn't even focus these. Do them as you play. They'll happen naturally. They're going to be easily giving you that 37.5 levels as you just casually play. I'm not going to focus them. The only ones I'm going to be focusing are Syndicate and maybe weeklies. That's all I'm going to be doing for the people asking for laziness. Alright, daily quests. Dailies themselves have a weird formation. You can see they have, again, this complete daily thing at the top. So this is similar to the weekly one, how it worked, like I explained it there. Gotta listen closely, guys. If you didn't listen to the weekly one, you're gonna listen to this one because it's really weird. Because the way this works is it's different stages per daily quest. So if you do a daily quest, it gives you a different stage to this, and each stage you do gives you 15,000 XP. You can get a total of 3 stages per day, which is gonna give you a good amount. You know, you can look at it and you get a decent amount, and you get the daily XP from here, 1,000. So if you work that out, it's 45,000 XP from the stages, and it's 3,000 in total from these 3 quests here, which are going to give you a total of 48,000. Do that every single day, you're looking at roughly 49.8 levels for the season. If you do it every day, so you'd say roughly 50 levels. And yeah, that's how much you can get from your dailies. So if you add all these together, you get 50 from your dailies, you're getting roughly about 50 from your weeklies, you're getting about 37.5 from your trials, you're getting 5 from there. On here, you're on about 135 levels just alone from challenges. And I haven't even included milestones. I'm not going to, because if you're someone that farms milestones, what are you doing? You don't need to farm milestones. Really, guys, milestones are pointless. They do add up to levels, but they're just natural things that happen. Like, you can't really farm them. You could farm the daily quest one, but all these things here in milestones, distance travel, thank the bus driver, ammo things, outlast opponents, all this is natural occurrence in the game. You don't need to farm them, trust me. And they add up as well. They only give you a few though, about 20 to 30 levels throughout the season. So overall, you can roughly get about 150 levels from all your challenges. But trust me, people that are lazy like me, last season I didn't do any of these challenges other than the storyline ones, and I got level 250. So you don't really need to do any of them, and you don't need to worry. It'll happen naturally. And this is not just me saying this. Some of the best people leveling up who grind leveling up, like my friend Loot Station, he does not farm challenges. He just lets them happen very naturally. So other than the storyline ones. So where do we go with this? Right, next up, Battle Royale. So Battle Royale has a few different ways of leveling up. Some of the best game modes for leveling up are coming in over on the Epic section. If we go down to, where is it? We go up to the Buy Epic section up here. You can see some of the best game modes to level up on is Team Rumble. Definitely more effective than Battle Royale. If you're not someone that wins Battle Royale often, this will be a better way of leveling up for doing general tasks. But if you're someone that's good at Battle Royale and can play, and don't die as often, like all the time as soon as you jump out of the bus, then zero builds or BR normal is going to be a better method for you on the Battle Royale side. What methods can you do in here? What's the best thing to gain XP inside the map? To be honest, I enjoy farming berries, but they've been capped out because of the glitches that were happening last season, or farming barrels. That's about it. So harvesting stuff and barrels are probably 2 of the best ways, I'd say, in BR. Now, you can harvest corn over at the Frenzy Fields, but I'm just going to be focusing barrels probably when I'm moving around. If you see any slurp barrels or slap barrels, just break them, 100 XP easy, nicely done. Save the World topic, just a quick one before we move on to creative. Save the World has been slightly buffed on the cap. It's been buffed up to 320,000, I believe, which is okay per day. It's a little bit of a buff, but not much to in it. So to be honest, it's not really worth using Save the World unless you actually are playing Save the World for the purpose of Save the World and not for XP. Anyway, let's move on to probably my favorite method, creative. This is how I usually level up every season and how all the big people get to level 1,000. Usually they farm mainly creative out of everything. Anyway, here we are, creative. So jumping into creative, the first map we've got is OG Tilted Gun Game, and if you guys want to play any of these maps at any point in this video, don't forget to take a screenshot of the code or write it down or enter in right now if you're on Fortnite. So there's a variety of different modes, by the way. Let me explain how you gain XP in this one. You can check out all the other creative maps as we do go through. So first way of getting it is simply getting eliminations. The more eliminations you get, the more XP. There's a little catch to it on this map. If you manage to get multiple eliminations in one life, you'll get bonus XP and it'll stack. And you can see here, I'm getting an absolute ton of bonus XP, and this levels me up pretty quickly and fairly fast. And this map actually blew up mid last season, so if you guys are into gun games and you like the classic Tilted Towers, the OG version of it, you can head in here and try it out. There is Columbo in here as well. You do also get bonus XP for getting headshots, and the way the kill streaks work is you get double, triple and quad. There's nothing after that. The last one's quad, so if you do die after that, don't worry, it just resets. And finally, you do get XP for going in the no combat zone, which is also a heal zone where you can get XP. The next map we've got is zero build 50v50 vehicle war. So this is every vehicle in the game in a crazy vehicle battle inside of a massive big team battle area. As always, you get XP for entering in the map, so once you die, you can gain XP straight off the bat. So don't worry if you keep dying because you get XP when you enter in. You also get XP for getting eliminations, and in here you've got every vehicle, so it's hectic, almost every weapon. All the new weapons will be added in here as well. You get revive XP for reviving your teammates as well, so do remember, do revive them if you can. You get elimination XP as well, so if you do get an elimination, make sure you get that XP from that. If you do manage to take someone out there, you can see I got someone, get a nice little bit of elimination XP, and obviously as well, you can play some hectic stuff in here and have some crazy fun. This is definitely one of my favorite maps if you're a big fan of hectic stuff and you just like it. Just in general though, just a quick one for anyone wondering about XP and creative, it does scale. On average, from most of these things I'm showing on screen, you'll probably gain around 1,000 to 2,000 on average for eliminations and stuff like that. And obviously the big challenges at the top left, for example here you can get legendary XP if you play for 37 minutes or get 11 sniper kills, which is super awesome. You'll get a lot of XP for that, but it does scale depending on playtime and how often you play creative that week. So Box FFA all guns. This is one of my most favorite maps. If you haven't already, don't forget to pop in code POST. You can hit any of the gold buttons on the map if you want to support me further. You can do that. But how do you get XP in here? Well, it's pretty simple. Dropping in again. So if you do keep dying, you'll get XP for dropping in. So don't worry about that. And obviously, eliminations is super crucial on Box. All the new items and weapons are added in here instantly. So by the time this video is up, the weapons are probably already in this map right now. And again, here's a perfect example of it. I just got 2,000 elimination XP for the last elim, and then I got 3,000 there. So it can be super random sometimes the amount of XP you get. And obviously, there's henchmen inside of here by the Columbo, which is lying down. So if you go over to that Columbo, you will get about 1,000-ish XP for eliminating these. It will probably be a bit less if you do consistently farm them, which some people do sometimes just love eliminating henchmen. If you like eliminating henchmen, then this is for you. You can practice your skills against them, or you can focus the other players and try out every single gun, item, and vehicle in the game in this map. It's super awesome. Now, Toy War is like a different version of Box. This is another really popular map of mine. This is a team deathmatch map, and inside of here is like a giant Toy War arena, and you can drop in either through the box if the door opens up or through the teleporter, and once you're in here you get XP again for dropping in here. This game you can see I got 3,000 XP. Eliminating henchmen also gives you a bunch of XP, again another 2,700 there. So it is different depending on where you're at and where you are on the day. I actually played this after Box. I played a bit of Box first, then decided to come in here, and sometimes when you go on a new map it kind of like resets your counter. Also some XP for playtime that gives every like 10 minutes on here as well, and obviously your challenges on the left hand side which give you a huge bonus XP. Revive XP as well inside of Toy War. I'm sure you guys know the score with this one. I've shown this one off quite a few times in the past, and a lot of you guys absolutely love it for ranking up. So if you like a team deathmatch style play and you want to try out every single weapon in the game, sadly I can't have every vehicle in there because it is a map design, there's not enough memory, but every single item and weapon is in this map, so you can play with that. And a lot of vehicles are in here, from tanks and cars and stuff, but obviously I can't add every vehicle because there's not enough room on memory. Revive XP, super crazy, super hectic, pretty fun. Okay, tilted prop one. This has actually seen a revival recently. A lot of you guys have been playing this, so I'm super proud and happy of it, and I've actually updated it. So inside of here we do have these XP coins, which I am going to be adding into some of the gun games as well. These are like just coins which you can collect around, which give you a little bit of score and XP, which is super awesome. These are scattered all over the map. You can find these. In this game they were giving me 7,000, but usually they probably give an average of around 800 to 2,000 between there usually, depending on where you are on your day. Obviously this here that I'm playing, I haven't played creative in a while in public matchmaking, and this was giving me a lot more in this situation. You also get XP for hunting down the props, which is really cool. And what's really cool about this map is you actually get XP for everyone on your team. So you get 590 for every single player on your team, and even if you're just stood still, you'll also get that here. You can see that happens to me. And if you do become a prop and you are on the props team, you can also gain XP from that. You gain XP every few minutes. I think it's every 3 minutes you'll gain XP for surviving as a prop. So don't forget to hide out and try your best with the prop to gain that XP as well, and see if you can win on the tilted prop one. It's a super popular map. You can see the survived XP there every 3 minutes, 19,000 in this situation. On average it'll probably be around 1 to 2 as always. Now this is my new map, Cyber Siege. I'm not going to put it at the front because it's not fully tested and released yet. It will be released very soon, and you guys will be able to play this. This is a brand new map. I've spent about a month on this, and XP isn't calibrated yet because it's not released, but let me explain how you get it on here. So you simply drop in. This will give you a extra large amount like the other maps as well. It's very similar to the other maps, this one, but it's a hunt the VIP, which is a super awesome mechanic, and I'll show you guys how that grants everyone on your team XP in a second. So once you're in here, you can see I'm driving around. I will be adding in other methods in here as well. I'm going to add playtime XP as well for you guys every 10 minutes, which is going to be super awesome. So that should stack up a little bit when you're playing. Haven't added that yet though. Again, it still is a work in progress, but I will put the code on if you guys want to test it, get some early access in beta for it. Super awesome. So you can see a little preview of the map there. You also get XP for getting headshots as well, and elimination XP. Here you can see me doing that here. Nice 2 lovely sniper eliminations, and here's just a little preview of the neon map to kind of suit this season. Just thought I'd put it towards the end of the vid just because I don't want to have every single player like heading in here. But it is going to be in the cyber call out, so if you do see it, you will be able to play it. The picture of it was what I showed before, so if you do see the Cyber Siege map, Hunt the VIP, do remember it's one of mine. You can head in there and check it out. It's super awesome. I think you guys will like it. And if you do eliminate the VIP, it grants XP for your entire team like I did there. Everyone will get that, which is a super unique mechanic inside of that. Next up is 50 fashion. So if you're a fan of fashion shows and have a lot of skins in Fortnite and want to put them to the use, you can collect XP eggs in here, which are scattered around the show. You can also search boxes while you're waiting once you've chosen your fashion outfit, because you're going to want to get your best outfit suited up for this show to help you guys earn as much score as possible and get the victory royale, or the fashion royale as I like to say. So once you enter the show, you'll be in here with everyone and you'll see this kind of area here where you get welcome to the show XP and everyone will wait. Don't forget, if you want to support me, you can press this button here if you'd like to support me in the item shop. It takes a few seconds if you want to, but yeah, in the show you'll earn score, and if you're wondering what score does, you can redeem these trophies. So for people that have played 50 fashion for a very long time, they'll get bonus XP for getting them trophies. It's kind of like a way of saying thank you to you guys. If you want to play that, feel free. There's also a breakdown of the XP in here if you want to kind of just go in there after you've watched this video and you need another breakdown of what's going on. You'll also gain XP if you do become the judge. You will gain XP, which is completely random, by the way. The judge is random every single time, so whoever hits that button gets the judge, and that's basically where it goes. Anyway, back to the show. So you're in the fashion show and you're wondering how much XP you get for playing it. Well, you get a welcome bonus and you get XP for running down the runway. Simply down the runway, you'll get an emote round XP if you do make it through to the emote round, which I've done over here. There's also this little button here you can press on the wall which tells you who created the fashion show, which is obviously me making this video, and you can press that and you get the creator XP. Now you'll make it to the next round, which is going to be the final stage, and once you make it on the runway, you can do your little emote and you'll make it to the final, where you do get a little bit of bonus XP when you collect that coin, which is pretty neat, and you'll get XP as well for going down the runway to the final, and you get your top 5 placement XP. And if you do get voted through, you will get the first place XP or second or third, which is a huge bonus as well, which is really cool. And if you do get eliminated at any point in the fashion show and you're wondering what do you do, well, there are 4 different mini games to play, maybe even more if you class the 1v1 area, so 5 technically, and you can go to these mini games and just literally play them with your friends as you wait for the next round. Or if you just want to chill for after the fashion show, you can play these mini games. These are just here like a bonus thing, but they do give a decent amount of XP for getting eliminations and obviously completing different challenges. There's a mini fashion show as well, so once you finish, if you do want to play the mini fashion show, you can. It's kind of like an open world. Also, one of the little secret eggs is located in this location as well. I'm sure someone's done a tutorial on YouTube of all the egg locations. If you haven't, maybe that could be you to do that. Then obviously here we've got the mini fashion show winner. If you do win the mini fashion show, you get XP, so that's pretty neat. If you like that, feel free to try it out. Then over on this side as well, we do have the 50 death run. Now, there's actually 75 levels or 100 levels now in here, actually, technically. You got the birthday death run, and I'm going to be adding a neon death run. I'm probably going to be closing down the other death run on the right, which will be this, the 7 death run, which will be being closed to a neon one very soon. So expect that coming soon. I'm going to be working on that very soon as well in the future. And obviously the firing range into darkness, which is just simply a firing range, which you guys can head in and farm if you want to practice your aim. I'm going to be replacing this with the new guns as well very soon. So the last 3 ways of getting XP inside of 50 fashion is scoring goals with the footballs, which is one way. It's crazy to think that 50 fashion has every single accolade placed down until it doesn't let you place anymore. So you can gain so many ways. Like, there's just so much XP you can gain inside of this map if you do it correctly. And obviously the vote out system. So if you get voted out, you can use the secret button to get into a secret room, and this actually lets you rejoin the fashion show in the first round. So if you get voted out because you've got a bad outfit or you didn't have time to fully select it or something, you can use that button to get back in through the secret room. And the final way is just simply going to the very end of the fashion show. So that basically means surviving all the way through and just staying in the game until it ends, and you'll get a bonus XP for that. And then the show ends and you can either head into a new show or a different map. It's really up to you. And that is it. That's how it works. That is simply it. So to conclude, the best way of ranking up throughout Chapter 4 Season 2 is simply playing creative mixed with your BR quests, storyline quests, and any cosmetic quests. That's what I did last season, and you can see last season I got level 250. If you guys spend the right amount of time doing them quests and just playing creative and just having fun in BR as well, you'll simply get there. And by playing any of my maps, you can have all the methods that I've given you guys to gain XP simply just by watching this video again, or by just remembering them if you do remember. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget, if you want to support me further, pop in code POST to your item shop. And once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.